Thank you for joining me for this Lead in the Moment conversation. We're now facing the harsh reality that COVID and the domino effect of hardship it causes in many different spheres of life will be with us for a while. 4 or 5 months ago, when it all started, despite our worries and fears, there was some novelty in working from home and spending time with family, video conferencing, and so on. But now, it's enough already. And as The Economist says this week, many are becoming disenchanted and resistant to the very behaviors needed to survive. But the virus doesn't care about how humanity is feeling about it. It has, so to say, its mission to accomplish, whatever that is. And despite all our knowledge and technology, it will accomplish its mission. So how do we cope with this longer-term specter in our sights? We need to shift gear from waiting for it to pass to accepting an interim norm for an indeterminable period of time. We need to move from demanding to know timelines to accepting the unknown, perhaps even the unknowable. We need to live with uncertainty, mitigate our risks of infection, change our business models, and develop our coping skills. The skills we need in our personal lives are not very dissimilar to those needed in our business lives. In business, we've had to recognize that the goods and services we produce might not need to change, but the methods of delivery do have to change. Chefs continue to cook, restaurants to produce meals, but a large part of the delivery process shifts from sit-down to takeout. Retail continues to source and distribute goods, but more is online and less is in store. Schools and universities continue to teach, but less in the classroom and more online. In the same way, it's important that you try not to postpone things that are important to you in your personal life, but rather to find new methods of creating, delivering, and experiencing these things. Here are some ideas that might be helpful. Firstly, identify the things that are most important to you. These could include health and fitness, time with friends, going out with your partner for dinners, playing sports, or visiting art museums. In each of these areas, you used to have routines and rituals, and they have been disrupted. But it is possible in all of them to create new routines that can work. Once you've identified those experiences, explore what it is about each of these experiences that is important to you and why they are important. Is health and fitness important to you because of the way it makes you feel? Is it about pushing your physical limits, or is it about the social element of working out or going for runs with others? You'll be able to replicate the outcomes you identify, even if you can't always replicate the activity. Is time with friends important to you as a way of keeping up with them and staying connected? Is it a way of escaping your routine and relaxing, or a way to share ideas and experiences? Is going out for dinners about the intimacy of the occasion? Is it experiencing different venues and menus, or is it getting away from the children? Is visiting art museums a form of inspiration for you? Is it getting out into different spaces that attracts you, or is it expanding your cultural repertoire? Once you've identified not only what is important to you about each of these experiences, but also the reason why it's important, then you can explore ways, probably using technology, to achieve similar experiences, even if not by identical methodology. The danger is that we're undisciplined about scheduling these new routines because they can happen without having to leave our homes. And without scheduling them, they won't happen. So how about making a date with friends to have a drink together online? Online social get-togethers will generally be shorter than real-life ones, and also they need some content preparation to avoid uncomfortable lulls in conversation. Engage a personal trainer online, or schedule times in the day when you'll use the countless fitness apps and videos to formally exercise. Have a date night at home once a week and go out of your way to prepare or bring in unusual and different menus. Make sure the kids are taken care of, get babysitters, or do whatever needs to be done so that you can have the time alone as you would if you went out. None of this is instinctual or even easy, but if they're important to you, they can be done. You can achieve some degree of the value you need using different delivery mechanisms. Both at home and at work, try not to put things off to when things get back to normal. Don't allow COVID to deprive you of the present moment by promising you a more familiar future. Rather, treat this as the normal for now, and try your best to live it, experience it, and accomplish whatever you can amidst it. You might surprise yourself with a new richness of life that helps you to make the challenges of today the opportunities of tomorrow.